I first want to say that it is so natural and easy when things in our life just don't seem to be adding up. We can't, like 2 plus 2 is equaling 16, and everything around us just seems thrown in the air, and we start to question everything, our beliefs, our mission, whatever we're doing, like whatever your beliefs are, but you're just like hands in the air, like what the F is going on? And so I first wanted to just address how natural of a reaction that is, and a default. And I've been having the same thing for the past few months. And what I've learned is to, first of all, accept that that's how I'm usually going to react, is just to be like, what the F? Why am I in a new town now after things were going so well here? And why is this not happening? And why is this happening instead? And why did this happen and then it didn't happen? And you get what I mean. So what I've found is 2 things. The first thing is I've learned, and it's been super helpful, is not to figure it out. I don't need to figure it out, because the truth is, I believe, and I was reading actually about this last night, one of my favorite coaches, Maston Kipp, talks about a divine storm. And he says in that divine storm that you're actually clouded, and there's a lack of clarity and a lot of confusion on purpose. And we're not meant to know exactly what's going on and why it's happening in that moment. So instead of struggling and trying to figure out, why did this add up to 16 here and why did it add up to 4 here and whatnot, is like to do your best to have a balance of self-compassion for, like, I'm in a lot of pain and confusion right now and it's uncomfortable as hell, and also just releasing and surrendering and being like, okay, here's what's going on right now, whether I like it or understand it or not. I don't need to figure it out. More will be revealed. And for me, something that helps to keep me in that mindset, because believe me, you go back and forth, is to just remember other times in my life where I didn't understand what the hell was going on, and you're having all these weird feelings, you feel kind of detached, and you just don't feel like yourself, and things don't seem, to motivate you. Like, that's something that's been coming up for me. I don't feel as passionate or motivated about certain things that I did, and then you're questioning, like, why you're doing what you're doing. And I found that's the worst time to make any drastic action, and the best thing to do is just to kind of ride that out and to just do what kind of go back to the basics. And so that's something that's really helped me, is just kind of like, just do my best to stay the course, and to stop looking around at all why the conditions are the way they are. We obviously want to be cognizant of it if we're going to get hurt or whatnot, but not to get too wrapped up in that fear, right? The second thing is to ask different questions. Now, I know that the default is like, why the F is this happening to me? What's going on? Why? This always happens to me, whatever it is. Like, what's my luck? Why, right? We want to know why. And that's going to get you in a very victim mentality. And you're going to just feel stuck and frustrated and afraid, and we can't see our options. And so that's why I love, first of all, having accountability, people you could talk to, and like, I feel freaking stuck. Because I know for me, when I get in that victim mentality, I can't see other options. And so it's really important to just, speak to a trusted friend, a coach, a mentor. But the other thing that's been really helpful for me on what I could do on my end is to ask different questions. So something that's been going on for me was when I'm having the, why is this happening, blah, blah, blah. First, I'm like, well, I don't need to figure it out this second. I could go on with my day. The second thing is, what is the greater lesson in all this? What is show me, universe, what you're trying to teach me that I may not be seeing. Remove the blinders, that I could see what at least you want me to see, to help me. Give me the strength and the courage to face what I might not be wanting to see and face. Because look, we all have areas of blind spots and denial. So what do I need to see that I'm not? What's the greater lesson here? How could I use this experience and what I'm going through to help other people? What could I do right now? And that's something that helped me, was like, what could I do right now in this situation to help somebody else out? I'm here in this situation, I don't understand why the F I'm here, but who am I meant to be there to help? Because I notice oftentimes we're in circumstances to either help somebody else down the road through our message, Or maybe there's something that we're so fixated on us and our situation that someone's standing right there and they just got their leg chopped off and they need medical attention and don't have a phone to call, and you need to call someone for them. You know what I mean? So like, just to start to get centered and to start to look around for opportunities. What's going on around me? And so those are some of the questions that I started asking a few weeks ago, and it really helped me get out of that why the F, what is happening, why does it feel this way, and like, what else could this mean? What's the greater lesson? Who am I meant to help? And slowly certain things just started to like hit me over the head. Like, one of them was I'd been trying to do this online course for like 6 freaking months, putting it together, and I kept getting these, like, I felt like I kept getting this intuition to like keep creating it, and nobody was signing up, and I'm like, what the heck, you know? I'm creating it, people aren't showing up, people seem interested, then they're not. And then even a few weeks ago I heard this message that was like exactly what I needed to hear, and I'm like, I guess I need to do that course again. And I put it out there, people were responding to the enrollment calls, but then nothing, falling flat. So I'm like, okay, what else could this mean? I was obviously inspired to do this again right now for some reason. Maybe I'm fishing in the wrong part of the water and I need to look somewhere else. And sure enough, a buddy of mine just started teaching at a local community college, and I kid you not, I'm driving to meet him for coffee, and as I'm driving, I just get this message like, that's what you need to do with your course, is do it here. And like, I'm like, oh my God, it like all made sense. And then I meet him for coffee, and as soon as I sit down, like a minute into, he's like, Scott, you should really work at this university and do your course there. I'm like, I know. And within, I'm not even kidding, within a week, I reached out to someone I knew that was a former dean at a university, who told me that she just got put on the project to like have new curriculum at this school that I'm here at in this local town. And I was like, that's funny, because I just finished putting together this 10-week course. She's like, send it to me now. And like within like seriously a day, I met the project coordinator randomly, and like so many things just like flew open. And it was because I was able to just get still and be like, okay, I'm getting a message to create this, but maybe I'm delivering it in the wrong place, or I'm fishing in the wrong spot, and I need to just be more open to where else I need to be doing it. And so I think the other key component is like, if you're feeling guided and you're feeling led, it doesn't mean that all is lost. You might just be focusing on something looking a certain way. And I know that's been really hard for me too. And that's why when I coach and teach on intentions, the one important component, a very important component, is we have to be willing to be flexible, because it's not, usually in 99% of cases, it's not going to turn out exactly as we had envisioned it. And even if it does, there's always some aspects that you need to be more free-flowing and surrendered to allow that to happen the way it's meant to. And so during that journey, being more open to how else could this happen without me having to think it looks a certain way, has been a huge lesson. And just asking those questions, and then being open to receiving the answers, and just kind of like letting go. You know, I talk about like gripping it, you let go a little bit. Maybe you kind of turn here for a little bit, and maybe this presents itself naturally, but like whatever it is you need to do, asking different questions, being open to different answers than you were expecting and hoping and wanting for. And usually, most in my experience, it turns out a lot better than you wanted it to begin with. And I'm usually the one that's slowing down the process, because I'm so fixated and stubborn and not, letting go and allowing the thing to happen the way it's meant to happen. So that's my message. Jen, do we have anyone chiming in, wanting to ask questions?
Not just yet, but we have a few people who joined, so welcome everybody who is following along. Hope you're learning something really special today.
All right, well, yeah, so you can watch this later, and if you have any questions, shoot them down. I'll try to get back to you in the next day or so. And
everybody have a good day. Bye.